Okay, welcome back to Minecraft. It seems as though people have stopped screwing with the servers, so I actually have a chance to do some recording now. And doesn't matter anyway, because this afternoon it was pretty damn noisy around here with construction going on, so I probably couldn't have recorded then anyway, so I guess no real loss there. As you can see, I've started renovating this entry hall. Haven't quite got a final idea of what I want to do with it, so I'm just kind of tinkering here and there. The first thing I did was get rid of that trim, because that was absolutely the wrong color. But, yeah, the walkways are gone. I'm not sure what I'm going to do in here yet. I have a couple vague ideas, but it's something that's going to get worked on for a while, I think. So it happens a lot. I build something, I think it looks alright, and then I come back a little bit later and I'm like, nah, don't like it. Renovate the whole thing. I tinkered a little bit down here in between episodes. Gave it a ceiling because I have a bad habit of never finishing ceilings on the episodes. Put in a few finishing touches, pushed that wall back a little bit. I like the way it's turned out. I am happy with that. I think I will leave that just the way it is. I'm not worried about it. As you can see, I widened these walls, which means I did end up having to take out the lava that was in the wall here and on the other side, which is disappointing. But 2 squares just felt way too narrow. Normally I'm fine with that, but in this particular space it just felt a little too tight. And yes, I put staircase through into the enchanting room as well. I like that. It looks a little more symmetrical. Works good. And you have access from both sides, which I appreciate. So I think that's good. Here, let's change camera angles there so we can move around a bit. Let's see, let's hop in here. I don't think we're going to get very far. I think, yeah, the track's gone. Oh, jeez. Hi there. Hey. Ah. Okay. So I do want to work on this room a little more at some point. The trick is going to be making it look a little more rough and natural, and then have lava cascading down and pooling in the bottom there to make something interesting to look at while you're riding through. But I think at the moment I am going to continue up here and put in an actual subway entrance up to the surface. But first let's just fill in the track here, shall we? Where are we? Put a few more of those in. I guess I'm going to have to replace that with some redstone. And there we go. And put you there. It's not working, is it? Why is that not working? Okay. Works fine there. Maybe that is lit up. Kind of hard to tell. Let's find out. And okay, yeah, I guess that's working. Yeah, that hallway needs to be fixed a bit. Yeah, this place needs to be changed. It's ugly. Let's go up here. Figure out where we're going to put this entrance. I still haven't fixed that, have I? Just borrow a couple blocks from over here. Who's going to notice? I think there was 2 missing last time, wasn't there? One here and one there. So, let's see. We're going to have the street head off that way towards the peasant maker right there. I think the subway should be right about here. That's a nice distance out from there, and we'll probably put some more branches into it at some point, but I think right here is where we're going to go. I think I'm going to shape it just like that. So let's run over here real quick and take a quick glance at it. Make sure I get it right. So about, yeah, okay. About like that. Like that. I'll forget this in 2 seconds. Alright. I really will, you know. I'm going to be running back and forth like an idiot over and over. So, let's see, what do I need? Some of that stuff, some of that stuff. So I think, like so. And then the white stuff was like this. And then, oops, that was a mistake. That's too short, isn't it? Yeah, that should be up one. I just looked at the thing 2 seconds ago, I'm already screwing it up. There we go. So you may have noticed, if you've looked at the page, and you probably haven't anyway, I actually made newer channel art a couple of days ago now. I like the way it looks. It basically, I just, it looks very similar to the other stuff. It just, it has some different games in there. Because, oh, nice, can't even reach that. Because in the other one, there was just games that I had been planning to do playthroughs of and just didn't for whatever reason. Some of them were just because I decided they wouldn't work as well, especially for me when I was, you know, still that new to it. You know, some of them, they were just they were games that would require a lot more either editing or me talking, because they were games that require a lot of kind of patience and that kind of thing. A lot of gathering of resources, like Starbound, for example. Starbound was in there, and I got this wrong, didn't I? Okay. Yeah, kind of like that. All right. Starbound is one of those games, it's fun to play, but if you're going to do a playthrough of it, you A, really should do it multiplayer, and B, it's one of those games where a lot of your time it's very repetitive. You're going to be doing the same stuff over and over again, and not much changes from one tier to the next. So it gets repetitive very, very quickly. And, you know, Terraria manages to avoid that rather well. And it's always giving you new biomes to go to, new creatures to fight, new weapons to use. But Starbound, it's all very much the same. You know, mine resources, upgrade your ship, mine more resources, upgrade your ship, and all the armor and the weapons are pretty much the same with slightly different damage numbers on them. So, not a lot of variation as you're going through. The other thing is it gives you a lot of options for things to do. It doesn't really give you a lot of reasons to do them. If you take, well, when you gather resources, you know, what are you going to do with them? Well, you can just hoard them, or you could build a house. But the problem with building a house in that game is it's just not necessary. There's no point to it. You have a spaceship. The spaceship goes wherever you go. You can teleport to it in an instant, so why do you need a house? You don't. The only reason to build one is just sheer satisfaction of building a cool house. And, you know, I'm all for that from time to time, but, you know, I prefer to have reasons for doing what I do in a game. And so it's very easy to get bored of that game, unfortunately. Which is a shame, because I like it. It's just very, very easy to get bored. So, well, how are we going to do this? See, anyway, just dig. Whoa! Is this efficiency 4? Yeah, that would be why. Efficiency 4 in sandstone. Wow. Okay. That's interesting. I forgot about that. Not liking the sound of that. Yeah, the sun's going down. Let's drop back down and hit the bed so we don't get ambushed by a creeper while we're building. What was I saying? Oh, yeah. Another game that I had in that banner originally that I wanted to really make a playthrough of was Evil Genius, because I love that game. It's one of those games where, you know, you build a lair and then you get minions and you send them out to pull off heists and get you money and, you know, research new technologies, build traps to stop spies from invading your base, that kind of thing. Like an old James Bond movie where you get to play the villain. It's a great game, and it's worth far more than whatever pitiful amount of money you would have to actually pay for it today on GOG or Steam. But it's, like I say, one of those games that requires a lot of patience to play, because you have to wait for the money to pile up for you to buy whatever you want to buy, or you have to wait for your minions to complete which mission they're on, and you know, it's that kind of thing. It's either going to require a lot of editing to make an interesting video of that, or it's going to take a lot of talking. And being a shy person that I am, the constant talking thing is still a little awkward for me. So I'm doing what I can. But that's why you still see a fair amount of editing in some of my videos. I'm trying to cut back on that, as you've probably noticed with the last few Minecraft videos. But that's still not something I'm good at. So, yeah, that was the reason for that one too. I still look forward to doing that one at some point. I do love Evil Genius, and I still have a craving to play it. So, I'll get back to that at some point. And I am actually tempted to do Terraria, but like I say, it's going to be another one of those heavily edited ones, unfortunately. The more I see this tunnel, the more I hate the design. Why did I do this? I don't know. Anyway. Let's see. Whoops. Oh, is that a gap? There we are. I'm going to have to figure out how the heck we're going to connect this with a stairway. I guess I could do it a little bit like I did the staircase to the enchanting table. But that would be pretty big. I guess I could expand this wall out a little further that way and then have the staircase come down and branch off here and here. That might work. I'm not worried about knocking that out. It's ugly. Let's build a staircase and see. Oh, that's going to be hard to reach, isn't it? Detour. Alright. You're going to have to close that up at some point, because you know a creeper's going to come wandering down there. Alright, let's see. Where's my stairs? Not those. Ah, place that. Here. Come on. Ah. I need a block to fill that in with. Let's use all this sandstone we've got. I have way too much sandstone. Okay. Oops. Okay, and I want it to be down to about that height, was it? Damn, that's... that pick is way too strong. I actually just made that earlier while I was renovating, because the only other pick I had of decent quality was a fortune pick, which I saved for my diamonds, and a silk touch pick, which I saved for, you know, emergencies or to cart raw resources back. But yeah, I just made that up, and I figured, you know, it would be nice to get an efficiency on that. And I ended up getting both efficiency, what was it? Efficiency 4 and Unbreaking 3, which is pretty much a perfect combination for me. But yeah, when you're working with sandstone, I'm not sure it's the best idea. Jeez. Okay. What am I going to replace the floor with? I don't think I brought slabs, did I? Oops. Damn it. Stop that. Slabs? No slabs. Well, that's disappointing. Hang on. I can fix that. I guess I should have just finished tunneling through and hopped on the cart from there, but I didn't. I need more of those accelerator pads out here. Let's put a couple in really quick. There we are. One of those. And a few of those. And put a couple more right about here. I should probably put a certain distance in between them, but I'm just not paying attention right now because I'm just making it functional. And I'm probably putting in far more of these accelerator tracks than I actually need to. I'm not worried about that. I don't need it to be perfectly efficient. I don't worry about that kind of thing most of the time. Okay, maybe another set would have been nice. There we go. Those look ugly too. I don't know, I was going for kind of a mine effect and it just didn't turn out. I'm gonna have to figure out what that tunnel is down there. I assume it's the cave network, but being that there's light spilling out of it, I assume it's somewhere I've been. I just don't really have any convenient way of getting down there. I'll do that at some point, because I'm going to have to mine more gold to make more of those accelerator tracks. I'm down to, I think, 8 bars of gold, and I'm saving that for another golden apple, just in case I need to get more villagers. There we go. This place is starting to shape up kind of nicely. I still haven't done the main hall that I plan to do, which is going to be through that door there, which is I'm intending to make very large, which is going to require an obscene amount of TNT, which is why I haven't even started it yet. I need to spend a lot more time at the mob farm, but I was a little worried there for a second. I have to spend a lot more time at the mob farm getting TNT. It's going to be quite a process to get enough to properly demolish that, so we'll see. I got to remember to do that, because these days normally what I'll do is I'll record an episode of something the night before, and I'll edit it, and then I'll have it compile when I go to bed. And then when I get up, first thing I do is I set it start uploading on YouTube, and then it's usually ready by the afternoon. I'm not really an early morning person, in case you haven't figured that out. So, let's go one further. So that's normally how I do it. So it's actually kind of late right now, just because of that whole server being hacked thing, and or denial of service, I guess it was. And I had actually pretty much given up on making a video today for Minecraft, but we are doing it now. It's actually pretty late for me. I mean, yeah, I stay up this late from time to time. It's like 3:30 in the morning, I think. It's a bad habit I am trying to break, and I'm failing miserably at. Every time I manage to get myself back to waking up in the morning, it doesn't last long, which is very annoying. So, yeah, it just, my internal clock just slowly creeps back to where it was in the first place, and I end up, you know, back in my old sleep schedule. And the last job I had, you know, wasn't helping that either, because I started work in the afternoon. So, you know. But, yeah, I'm just naturally a night person, I suppose. I'm trying to change that, and I'm failing. Tunnel is over here, right? There it is. I may want to move this over one. Actually, yeah, because I'm not sure how I'm going to reshape all of this. So after I start redoing this interior tunnel and deciding on the style, I may have to bump this tunnel over again later. I'll give it a couple of squares, just to be on the safe side. It's not like we're going to need the space down here for anything specific yet that I can think of. Oops, so much for that. I had a silk touch pick on me as well, so I probably should have just used that. Didn't think of it until I broke it. Wow. Man, I could clear that mountain so fast with this pick. I may have to do that. Okay, so, white stone, I think? Yes. Whoops. Bad aim. So, like that, yeah. That'll give me a little extra space if I need to put anything in between there. I don't think I do, but we'll see. And then wipe out this wall here. Wow. I like that. Alright. I should have brought more of this stuff. I'm not sure how I am on stockpiles of this stuff. I probably don't have enough to do any really extensive projects, but I think we're probably okay for now. For this, anyway. We won't have to go mining again before this episode's done with, so... I'm going to have to start thinking about style for this, too. I'll probably just make it to match the entry area down in the lair there. It's probably the best choice. In which case, no, that'll be white. In which case, this should be gray stuff here on the corners. There we are. Something like that. And we need to... I do keep forgetting how fast that pick is, and then I click and it rapid fires. I'm like, oh, right, I forgot about that. Better go over here and extend the tunnel. Don't want to end up shooting past. Oh, it's getting dark again. There we are. I just like the sound of that. Sounds like a machine gun going through that sandstone. Oops. It's not going anywhere. I need a torch. There we are. Yeah, I may be able to clear that mountain without any more TNT. I just use this thing. Just totally demolish it. Whoops. Another light over here, so there we go. I do not want a creeper sneaking up on me while I'm surrounded by all this sandstone. It'll just demolish the place. Anyway. So what else has been going on? Not a lot. I lead a very dull life. Not a lot for me to fill time in these videos talking about. Other than, you know, the constant noise I keep having to deal with all the time. And the other videos I'm doing. Which nobody watches anyway, so, you know, why bring them up? But, oops. Oops, screwed that up. White stone, white. Out of white stone. Need more. Okay. Might as well pick this up. I don't know why I'm picking that up. I have way too much of it. Go back this way. Might as well sleep while I'm down there, too. I'm still enjoying playing Fallout, by the way. I did play a little more Fallout New Vegas here and there. I've kind of given up on it now. And I'm just down to playing Fallout 3 a couple times a week for episodes. And that's about it. So, I'm enjoying it. I have decided that when it comes to Fallout 4, the most important question is not will the main character have a voice, or how in-depth the weapon modding system will be, or how awesome a massive tower or fortress you can build with their new construction system. I think the most important question about Fallout 4 at this point is, can I find myself a regular supply of garden gnomes? Because I'm having far too much fun launching garden gnomes upside people's heads in that game. It's just way too much fun. Part of me wants to use teddy bears as well, but to be honest, it's mainly the garden gnomes I want to fire at people. I think I may at this point have to start up an email campaign to other developers extolling the virtues of garden gnomes as deadly weapons. I don't care what game it is. I want to see garden gnomes in there. You know, I mean, Terraria, sure. Put in a garden gnome on a chain and let me swing it around like a morning star. Or give me a garden gnome on a stick that I can just just drive somebody straight into the ground with, you know? Hell, put something in Space Engineers. Let me launch a garden gnome at somebody's space station. Actually, I actually think what somebody should do is create a mod for Fallout 3 and just make it so that all the missiles you fire out of the missile launcher look like garden gnomes. I think that would be funny as hell. And having said that, somebody's probably already done it. If you can think of it, somebody's on the internet has probably managed it already. Especially when it comes to mods for games like that. So, I may have to actually go look for that. That would be kind of neat. Part of me is actually really tempted to just bring down the console in Fallout and give myself a ton of garden gnomes, but that would be cheating. Fun, though. Whoops, too far. Yeah, we should put a trim there. Gray stuff. Damn sandstone, there's so much of it. Alright. Whoa. Really hard to do precision work with this thing. Alright, fill that. I'm probably going to rip all this down into a ceiling anyway, so I don't know why I'm filling it back in. There, like that. That one here. Get rid of that. There we are. I should fill that in with... Oh, I got plenty of sandstone lying around. Let's fill it in with that. It's nice to have an actual use for it. There we go. Yeah, use the white stuff to fill that in for now. Oops. Damn it. My horrible aim kicking in again. Alright. I'm using too much of this white stone in this playthrough. I know it's at least it's being consistent in theme, I suppose. But yeah, you're probably gonna get sick of looking at some of my construction after a while, because it's all going to be variations of white and gray. Oh well. I think, oh geez, we're running out of time already anyway. So I guess we're going to have to stop in a sec. Oops. There we go. Still collecting the sandstone for some stupid reason. Okay, well, we've accomplished something. Not a heck of a lot for, you know, one episode. But being that I'm not editing together, you know, a couple hours of footage, obviously it's going to take us a few episodes to get anything accomplished at all. But I do actually enjoy making the videos this way a little more. I will go back to the other way, though, at some point. Here and there, anyway. I've got to switch picks. Oh, no, come on, that one. It's too hard to do. That's better. Strange that I'm complaining about a pick being too efficient in this game, but, you know, it does make it difficult to be accurate. Oops. Just finish this bit off first. Whoops. No, I want that there. Actually, that... yeah, white's fine. And that should be gray, should it not? And that's going to be right in your face. That's going to have to move. Oops. Come on. There we go. And, okay, white there. And that gray. And will that work alright? It might. I don't know. I'll probably fiddle with it more next time. Whether that's going to be interesting to watch, I don't know. but I think that's what we're going to do. So, anyway, I think that's about as much as we're going to have time for this week. And, I don't know if you're going to get an episode of anything next week. Is it next week? Might be. Because, I've got a trip I've got to take, so I don't know which week it is. It might be next week, might be the one after. Yes, I don't actually know. I keep forgetting. My memory is that bad. I have to check. But yeah, you may be without episodes for a week, which is not going to bother anybody because nobody's actually watching. I'm aware of that. Somebody may watch some point down the line, but for now, yeah, there's not really anybody watching. But anyway, that's it for this episode, so I hope you enjoyed it, and I guess I will see you next time.